So what are we going to do today? We are going to do an unboxing of my second order of Nutrisystem. So this is my second order of Nutrisystem, and of course, shipments, they come in 2 different packages. So this is my shelf-stable food. They come in this box. My frozen food comes in like a styrofoam container. So right now we're going to do the shelf-stable foods. Some of the foods I've already shown you guys. They were my first order, so I'm not going to show those to you again. And then of course with my frozen order, I am going to do it like I did the last time because they're in my freezer. So I'm going to show them on the screen and then I'm going to have a narration, okay? So let's open this bad boy up. Let's see what we got. All right. So of course, we have our packing slip on the very top. You want to make sure that you have everything in your order. And it looks like we kind of maybe mix up a little bit with our stuff. And of course, I'm just pulling out all this packing material, so don't mind me. We're going to start with breakfast. Once again, okay, we already have blueberry muffins. So, let me see here. Okay. I had a couple of things here, looks like. Oh, brand new things that we did not have the last time for breakfast. So let's talk about breakfast. What we got for breakfast. Okay. So the first thing I'm pulled out here is a cinnamon brown sugar oat bar. And then of course I'm talking about the nutrition facts in here. 160 calories, total fat 7 grams, total carbs 25, protein 6, okay? We have a chocolate chip baked bar. 150 calories, total fat 4.5 grams, total carbs 25 grams, protein 5 grams. We have biscotti bites, 150 calories, fat 7 grams, carbs 18 grams, protein 6 grams. We have a cinnamon streusel muffin, calories 180. Total fat 8, total carbs 24, and protein 5. Okay, I don't think I had this last time. A double chocolate muffin. It is 180 calories, 6 fat grams, 31 carbs, 7 grams of protein. And then there is a harvest nut oat bar, and 160 calories, total fat 6 grams, total carbs 22 grams, and 7 grams of protein. All right, so that's breakfast. On to our lunch. And of course, not repeating anything I've had before. So obviously I have a lot of repeats in here because I don't think there have been very many vegetarian options for lunch. Oh, I missed one. For breakfast, high protein pancake powder, okay? So it's 160 calories, 6 grams of fat, 16 grams of carbs, and protein is 10 grams, okay? So on the lunch, I only have one lunch, and it is a strawberry yogurt flavor bar. My other lunch is obviously freezer stuff. 170 calories, 4.5 total fat, 25 grams of carbs. So that's our lunch. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have one more lunch we didn't have last time. A garlic cheese flatbread. That looks yummy. Okay. 250 calories, 8 grams of fat, 20 carbs, and 10 grams of protein. Gotta check that out. Okay, so on to dinner. And it looks like the dinner that I had is the lasagna and the thick crust pizza, which I went over last time. Not gonna go over that. So let's talk about snacks. Yo, that was fast, man. Because a lot of things, oh, we got a lot of new snacks. Okay, so let's talk about snacks. The coconut almond bar, 150 calories, 7 grams of fat, 19 carbs, 7 grams of protein. There is the sweet and salty nut bar, 180 calories, 11 grams of fat, 17 carbs, 8 grams of protein. There are the sweet jalapeno crisps, 140 calories, 5 grams of fat, 19 carbs, and 6 grams of protein. There is the lemon cooler cookie, 140 calories, 5 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, 5 grams of protein. There is the honey mustard pretzels, 130 calories, 7 grams of fat, 11 carbs, and 8 grams of protein. There are the shortbread cookies, 150 calories, 6 grams of fat, 21 carbs, and 6 grams of protein. Sweet and salty snack mix, 150 calories, 11 grams of fat, 9 carbs, and 5 grams of protein. There is oatmeal raisin cookie, 140 calories, total fat 6 grams, 19 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of protein. Okay, so that was all for the shelf stable on my second order. I probably won't be doing any unboxings anymore unless they come out with some kind of new Nutrisystem foods, because I think they're going to continue to repeat themselves. I'm going to have the favorites that I like, my go-tos. So don't be bummed and sad if you don't see any more unboxing videos. I'll just probably just whip out the newest food they have in a random video and show it to you guys. So that's it for the unboxing part for the shelf stable. I'm gonna move on to the frozen part for my order and talk to you about the new foods that are on this second order in the frozen section. And then fast forward, of course, you guys, I'm going to give you the word. Okay, I am going to give you the word today, so stay tuned for that word after the frozen portion. Hi guys, so I'm back for the second part of my video. I'm going to be going through my frozen items that I ordered from Nutrisystem this go round, the new items. So the first thing is the chock full of veggie chili. I'm going to have to approve of this meal. If you add in some shredded cheese and some Greek yogurt, because the Greek yogurt is like sour cream, it's gonna be good. And it tastes to me like some Impossible meat in there, so it's not too bad. I like the chili with the Greek yogurt and the shredded cheese. By itself, no, I wouldn't do it by itself, but that's just me. Okay, the next thing is, well, that was the lunch entree, and now I'm starting with dinner entrees. The mushroom bolognese. You guys, I cannot rave enough about this dinner. I absolutely love it. With a side salad, oh my goodness, it's great. So if you're having a craving for some pasta, you can make this your go-to. I love it. And the bistro style toasted ravioli, I'm going to have to go with no with this one, just because I did not follow the directions and cook it with oil in a pan. I put mine in the air fryer, so maybe that's why I didn't like it. I'm gonna try it again just to make sure, and I'm gonna cook it the right way. So maybe when I cook it the right way, then I can report back to you guys on if I really like it or not. Okay. So now we're with the desserts. The orange cream bar, it's great. It's like a orange sherbet type of bar, or orange dreamsicle. I think that is more accurate, yeah. So it's kind of like cream and orange, and it's really good. It's ice cream. The next dessert is the lemon zest cake. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. Like, you guys, I love anything lemon flavored. So this one was great for me. I loved it. Loved it. The next thing is the chocolatey fudge bar. It's ice cream. How can they go wrong with that? I loved it. And the next thing is the chocolate brownie sundae. Now, it wasn't too bad, but I just feel like it wasn't enough for what it was. I don't know, but I wouldn't get it again. I'd rather have my dessert be something else. It wasn't bad, though. It wasn't nasty. I'd just rather my dessert be something else because I just feel like it wasn't enough. And then the final frozen dessert is the cream-filled chocolate cupcake. Yo, it was good. I liked it. It kind of reminded me of like one of those Hostess cakes. You put it in the microwave and then the cream filling is just kind of melting out. And it shows like a lot of cream filling in this picture, but it's not that much. But it's still good though. So I highly recommend it. And I believe that is it for my new frozen items. So just stay tuned for my word. It's coming up shortly and you are going to love it. You are in store for a treat. Okay, so I'm back. My face is here. I want to, before I give you the word, the final word, I want to share my progress with you guys. I'd be remiss if I didn't. So I've been on Nutrisystem for a month now. And I'm going to update you guys on my progress. So we're starting at 247.4. Remember my last video, I gained a pound. Well, guess how much weight I lost this time? Drum roll, please. I'm now 244.4 for a total loss of 3 pounds. Can you believe that? Wow, I was really killing it. My body was like, I guess I'll let some of this weight go. So you guys remember, weight loss is not linear. It's not going to go in a straight line. Down. There are going to be lows, ups, downs, highs, lows. Okay? So just think about that as you're going forward with your weight loss process. All right. So this word that I'm going to leave you guys with is actually going to be a video. Y'all, I had to share this with you guys because what he talked about like really hit home for me. Like, you would not believe. So let's just play the video. Let's get into it. And then I'm going to talk about it. Okay.
I was just having a debate with a friend of mine, and we got stuck on the difference between fault and responsibility. She kept talking about how something was somebody's fault. It's somebody's fault. And I was like, it don't matter whose fault it is that something is broken if it's your responsibility to fix it. For example, it's not somebody's fault if their father was an abusive alcoholic, but it's for damn sure their responsibility to figure out how they're going to deal with those traumas and try to make a life out of it. It's not your fault if your partner cheated and ruined your marriage, but it is for damn sure your responsibility to figure out how to take that pain and how to overcome that and build a happy life for yourself. Fault and responsibility do not go together. It sucks, but they don't. When something is somebody's fault, we want them to suffer. We want them punished. We want them to pay. And we want it to be their responsibility to fix it. But that's not how it works, especially when it's your heart. Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone. As long as we're pointing the finger and stuck in whose fault something is, we're jammed and trapped into victim mode. When you're in victim mode, you are stuck in suffering. The road to power is in taking responsibility. Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone.
Hey, I want to thank y'all for your response to my IG story, the fault versus responsibility. It's been a lot of comments about that. There was one thing I wanted to add also. I wanted to say there that taking responsibility, accepting responsibility is not an admission of guilt. You're not admitting that you're at fault. Taking responsibility is a recognition of the power that you seize when you stop blaming people. It's not like you're letting somebody who wronged you off the hook. Like, taking responsibility is an act of emotional self-defense. Taking responsibility is taking your power back.
Woo, y'all, that was some heavy stuff, okay? So I've been trying to tie in these words with our weight loss, right? But I mean, you guys, these things can apply to anything in your life. It can apply to anyone's life. So let's talk about it as far as weight loss goes, right? So some things are not your fault. And we've talked about this, like your genetics play a major role in your weight loss. Like, some people were just born to have a slow metabolism. Some people have health issues that they were born with or that came just suddenly out of the blue, out of nowhere, that affects their weight loss. You know, I mean, it really sucks, and that's not your fault. Some people like me who have been overweight, never had a normal weight their entire life. Like, you guys, I can remember being called fat in kindergarten, like 5 years old. I can remember being tortured and tormented all throughout elementary school, like ugly, fat, and you guys, I don't go by my first name, but my first name is horrible. I got teased about my first name. I just got tortured and tormented. I mean, family members call me fat, like, as a child, you know, like, my family just ate whatever, you know, the food had to stretch. So we often ate rice and bread, all these refined carbs with every single meal, because you got to fill up. You got to fill up. And you were not allowed to leave stuff on your plate. If something's on your plate, you better eat it. You better clean that plate. And I had no control over anything in my life growing up. Like, things just happened to me. I just accepted it. I just took it. I just obeyed. Because that's what you were supposed to do, you know? My father was military, ruled with the iron fist, you know? That's the way it was in the house. So the only real thing that I had control over was food. And I've come to grips with my issues with food. They stem from my childhood. And a lot of those things are not my fault. And a lot of those things are not your fault. The trauma that you may have went through, the suffering that you may have had, the horrible experiences that you've, you know, worked your way through and worked yourself through, those things are not your fault. Unfortunately, some of us have been dealt a horrible hand in life. We've had to scrimp and suffer and, you know, slowly trot along our way through life. And just things have not been all sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies. They have not. But now that you realize that, okay, these things are out of my control, these things are not my fault, what am I now going to do to overcome those things? Okay. So, I mean, like in my first video, I talked about taking care of your mental health. Please make sure you take care of your mental health, okay? Make sure you seek the resources that are out there. And you guys, if you cannot come up with resources in your area, please contact me and I can help you find those resources, because I believe that mental health is so important. It is your responsibility. We're talking about responsibility, right? It is your responsibility to heal yourself, to fix those traumas, to find your triggers, to figure out why you're having the issues that you're having with food and eating and overeating and binging on those comfort foods, right? It's your responsibility to do that, and your responsibility alone. If you feel like losing weight is going to bring you happiness, it is not a cure-all. Let me say that again. If you feel like losing weight is going to bring you happiness, it is not a cure-all. I have been not extremely thin. I've never been extremely thin. But there was one time that I was extremely fit, like to my standards. And I looked very good. And I was smaller in size, like way smaller than what I am now, right? And I eventually gained weight again. And it was because I did not do the work inside myself to heal myself of my issues that stemmed from my childhood. So I've probably been in therapy on and off throughout the years. Sadly and unfortunately, I did not seek help until I was a grown woman. Like, I got my first big girl job and I had insurance benefits, and I was so depressed. You guys would not believe it, how I suffer from major depression and anxiety just in life in general. And then the job that I had, like, I was getting workplace bullied, like literal mean girls. So crazy now that I think about it as a grown woman, right? But over the years though, I found a lot of solace, and man, that video was powerful, you guys. I cannot stress enough how you have to take control of your life, take control of your happiness, because I guarantee you that the things that you're seeking and striving for in life, they are not going to bring you happiness if you have not confronted your issues, right? The marriage, wedding, baby, all that stuff is not going to bring the happiness that you seek. The career, the money, the cars, beautiful women or hot guys or whatever, it's not going to bring you the happiness that you seek if you are not taking control of your life, your mental health, your well-being, your self-care, all these things. And another thing he said that resonated with me was victim mode equals stuck in suffering. I could think about it through all the years of me thinking about the experiences that I had and thinking about those things and feeling very traumatized, feeling very hurt, feeling very, I guess you could even say, like, violated. Like, why did this stuff like have to happen to me? Like, I feel like I'm a good person. Like, I treat people with kindness. Like, I respect them. Like, why is this happening to me? You know? But it's my responsibility for my happiness. It's my responsibility. It's no one else's. It's not your parents' responsibility. It's not your counselor's responsibility. It's not your partner's responsibility. It's your responsibility. And no one is going to give you that happiness but you. So that was my word, you guys. If you like that word, subscribe, like, comment on. Let's talk, because this was like really heavy, like unexpectedly heavy. I didn't expect to feel this way when thinking about that stuff and talking about that stuff. But I'm glad that I shared it with you guys, and I'm glad that you can see me at my most vulnerable state, because I mean, I'm human and you guys are human too. So let's talk, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.